That's why there's certain things that they teach you in this 3D world that is beneficial if you use them correctly. If you know how to apply them to your life to benefit you. Like, for example, in university, I spent 4 years just making notes, right? Non-stop notes, taking notes, rereading my notes, studying my notes. And why is that beneficial? Because now when I get information that I think is significant, I make notes on it. I write it out, and then after I spend time in meditation, finding out what that means to me, rereading those notes, and then writing out what it means to me and how I connect the dots, and then also I share these messages, which is messages from the creator, but messages that I've gained as well, and they start piecing the puzzles together. It's easier for me to do because I've been doing it for so long. I've been training my mind. I've been training this vessel to put puzzle pieces together, right? So that's why I speak really fast, and that's why things just come and flow naturally out of me, because I trust my intuition and I'm letting the words, I'm not overthinking it, I'm not living in fear, and my brain is doing all the work in the background of putting those puzzle pieces together. So basically, I got sidetracked, but basically you need to do the things you need to do to nourish this body so that it thrives, right? I said it before, I've said it a million times, I've said it in all my videos, what you need to do. And also, even these crystals, right? This is amnesty, I think that's how you say it. And these crystals are important because they're a mineral that was, I guess, it's either that this is artificially created or this is from the planet Tiamat and they brought it onto here, right? Like these crystals, because the thing is, these crystals interact with our chakras, they interact with our soul, they interact with the depths of our essence of who we are, and they make us more powerful, or calm us, or whatever crystal you're using, they interact with our soul, our DNA. And then this is what this is what helps us tap into our powers, basically, right? So that's why it's hard to know for sure what is artificially created and what is from actually the planet Tiamat. Because in the book of Enoch, he talks about how there's 10 levels of heaven, and that's basically 10 levels of the dome, right? And one of the levels is where all the seeds are kept, and they're hidden, they're like guarded. So it's like if seeds were so easy to create artificially, then they wouldn't be hidden and guarded like that, right? So it has to be that they got this seed from their planet and they brought it over, or these seeds are from the planet Tiamat, or they've got it from a different planet that they've traveled to. And that's why these seeds are so crucial, because they can't artificially create these seeds. This is from creation. So there's certain things that are from creation, and there's certain things that can be artificially created. And there's certain things that like we can artificially create certain things, but we also are genetically modified. I don't think we can, I don't know, I have to look that up, but can we artificially create seeds? Maybe, yeah. But we can genetically modify seeds, so it's like, I guess we have the essence of a seed, and then we genetically modify it into something. Like a dog, right? A dog doesn't come out of thin air. They had to genetically modify from a previous animal and then create the species of a dog, right? So something has to be in existence for us to be able to genetically modify it and turn it into something else, or blend two species or seeds together to make something else. So anyways, side note, that's just a side note. So what else do I want to say? Hold on. So yeah, so basically the most important thing, like, okay, be aware, I've said this already in my other life, be aware of what's happening in the world. Don't let it drain you, don't let it bring down your mood. Understand that this is happening, right? But also spend a lot of your time, balance your time, but the time that you do have, that you are scrolling, let's say, spend it researching and learning information of the why, the bigger picture. Because, like I was saying, I got sidetracked, but creation created all the planets. Creation is in charge of creating energy, souls, planets, solar systems, galaxies. That's creation's role. However, but this dome had to have been created by the Anunnaki or advanced being or whoever it was, because we are not able to travel to space. We're not able to escape the firmament. It says in the Bible that you are in a firmament. It doesn't say that you're in a planet, it says you're in a firmament. We cannot explore a planet freely. Like, there's so many restrictions on us that if we were a free being, then we would be able to go everywhere freely. There wouldn't be all these rules and laws and all these things in place to stop us from being able to explore the planet that's quote unquote free, right? The planet is free. Our souls are free. Everything is supposed to be free, but yet they put restrictions. They charge you for energy. They charge you for food. They put you in cities where you can't grow your own food. And like all of these things, they just made it more and more difficult. Like even the fact that we live all over the world, right? Like I don't think that was necessarily supposed to be, because through history and what happened and how they explored places and how certain countries came into existence was them leaving a certain place and going and exploring another place. Because like think about it, like there's so many cold climates that exist that you can't grow food all year round. That means you would have to travel to other places that were warmer climates during those cold seasons to be able to get food. Or we were never meant to be in those places. We were meant to be in warm climate places where we could grow our own food, live off the land, use the products of nature to make clothes, all of these things, right? We were supposed to be in a place where we could do things for ourselves. That's how we make our soul feel full, and that's how we regulate our nervous system, and that's how we get to higher vibration by doing things that get our soul to learn, right? So the reason why we're in a dome, why it's like most likely that we're in a dome, is because of all the information that I've learned and put pieces together. And then also the fact that we keep coming back to this planet. If we were not in a dome, then no matter what our vibration would be, we'd be going to different planets based on the vibration that we're at. We wouldn't be coming back to the same planet over and over. And this is another truth that this is true, is because people that have had past life encounters, and one person that like basically escaped the dome, he went back to the planet that he was on before. And the beings that were there were like, oh, what did you learn there? What happened? And don't you remember us? And he's like, no, he had no recollection. So our memories were wiped here by the beings that put us on this planet. Our memories weren't wiped by creation. And that's why I question that if we weren't stuck on this planet, we went to different planets, would we have the remembrance of every single planet that we were on before, right? Like, or does our memory get wiped every time we go into a new planet, and then when we pass, we get all those memories back? But I don't think that's the truth. I think that for like before we came to this planet and got tricked into coming to this planet, we had memories of everything, all our lives that we've experienced in other places, because that's the only way our soul is gonna learn. That's the only way our soul is gonna evolve. Like to say, like say we did horrible stuff in one of our lifetimes, that's not supposed to just get wiped from you. No, your soul is supposed to remember that, so it chooses to be better. So it chooses to do better in every lifetime. And over time, you heal by doing better and better deeds. So if you did horrible in one lifetime, you're supposed to remember so that you think about that and how that made you feel, and how you impacted people in a negative way, and then you choose to be better. And then if you continue to be negative and you like being that negative person, then you're going to keep going lower and lower and lower to the point where you're around the most horrible people, and then you're like, oh shoot, like I don't like this, I want better. Or you stay in that negative place, and that's the life, that's the soul that you want to be, right? We all have free will to choose what type of soul we want to be. If we want to expand and get higher and higher and closer to creation, or if we want to go lower and lower and lower and stay in darkness. So that's why I say, no matter what's going on, no matter whether we're in a dome, matrix, they're lying to us, all of these things, accept it. They're doing that to us. No word of a lie, they're doing to that. So what does that mean? It means that we have to focus on manifestations, meditation, taking care of our vessel so that we can raise our frequency higher and higher by healing our mind, healing our nervous system, understanding things on a deeper level, sharing the information, spreading the information so that people wake up and get that click so they understand it on a deeper level, and they continue to spread love and light. If more of us spread love and light, we change the reality. We overcome darkness. What have all these superhero movies been telling us? When the hero wins, it's because of the fact that he was operating and persistent in his light.